News 11's Holly Harrer. We go live now to News 11's Holly Harrer.
News 11's Holly Harrer.
Good evening, I'm Holly Harrer.
News 11, local first.
And the fun does not stop when it comes to the Extra Give Mobile. It made several stops around Lancaster County today to make the opportunity to give back to a local nonprofit that much easier.
Jeremy Michael Rowland veered off the road on New Year's Eve at excess speeds of 80 miles per hour until he hit a detached garage. If you look at the grass behind me, you can still kind of see the tire marks. Earlier this morning, 19 tankers and multiple lines were needed to dissipate this blaze. There's nothing quite like those Friday night lights, but for the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, tonight will be simply unforgettable. Until the last minute. It's not until here that we've noticed cars finally make the decision to turn around and take the detour. Now we've been standing out here for a few minutes and seen quite a few cars come down, have to turn around, completely ignoring those signs. This little piglet escaped a potentially deadly outcome. I'll tell you how Enzo made her way to freedom through a pair of loving arms. Each driver that completes this test has to pass a curbside and serpentine test. Let's see how I do.
I'm nervous. I'm totally gonna hit this one next to me.
So I didn't do too well by the looks of these scores, but these new drivers take this responsibility very seriously. Vendors were happy to open up their lines to the seniors all day long as they geared up for the night ahead. Now joining me is Brendan Leslie, who also crashed the party, talking about some very popular food items at the fair. Brendan, what have you got? The craftsmanship is truly incredible. You'll see farmers here in true life-size form, but the focal point is the cow to emulate the importance of PA dairy. Shannon, it truly is a sight to see and a constant reminder to all affected by breast cancer. Shannon, we stopped by a number of northern Lancaster County polling places today where judges say numbers are low, but that was to be expected. A new measure to expand gambling in PA has passed the Senate and is expected to help with the state deficit. Lancaster County prison inmates now have an opportunity to receive an injection for substance abuse. For those who've suffered a life-changing injury, playing in the snow might have never been a possibility until today.
It's been a long time since I've been here, and it all looks the same. The trees have gotten bigger, but the building still looks the same, and it's hard. It's really hard. The whole thing right here it's eerie. It's been years since he stood within sight of his sister's apartment, but the pain of what happened there on this day 25 years ago remains the same. There's good days and there's bad days, and today's not a good day. Despite his sorrow, it's Vince's mission to keep Christy's story at the forefront. That's my whole point here. I'm here to give, keep her face out there, keep her name out there, keep it alive. That hopefully somewhere somebody comes out and gives us that bit of information that we need to get this solved. And he doesn't have to do it alone.
It's hard to believe it's been almost 25 years.
In November, the Lancaster County DA's office sent DNA from the case to Parabon Labs, a company specializing in DNA phenotyping. The investigators got tips that are following up on, so hopefully we get some information on this and, move forward. The results brought the Mirak family new hope for finding Christy's killer. Hopefully, somebody jogs somebody's memory. Somebody looks like somebody. I mean, it's around the holidays where people are coming back to this area. Maybe somebody recognizes the person. Patience, persistence, and a brother's unconditional love. I've never really given up hope. Good. Three things keeping the name Christy Mirak in the spotlight. Although still positive, Vince is hoping for a righteous end to this quarter-century-long saga. That's closure in my eyes. She's never going to come back. We understand that. But as long as we can get someone that paid, serve justice for this, that would be good enough for us at this point. It's home to MANHEIM Central Athletics by way of a lease set to expire in 2020. But administrators say now is the time to gain full ownership of the land so that development can continue. The MANHEIM Central School Board approved a resolution to move forward with an eminent domain notice, seizing 18 acres of land already leased to them by the Graybill family, whose farm has been a staple in Manheim since the 19th century.
So moved.
Our hope is because we do have an ongoing great relationship with the Graybills, that we would be able to come to some sales agreement.
Dr. Aiken says the district has invested nearly $3 million in the property this far. But with the new Doe Run Elementary School built for over 700 students, expansion calls for accommodation.
Parking is, for lack of a better word, our most immediate need up there, which has really forced our hand to to act sooner rather than later.
The school board continues to hold out for a resolution with the Graybill family, but have said they would pay the fair market value of the property, which stood at $1.4 million upon last appraisal. Ann Graybill, who still owns the farm, has plans to sell it to the school district on the terms she says were already agreed to.
I am very happy to see the Manheim Central School own the majority of this farm at some point, but I would like them to honor the agreement that we already have.
The lease agreement states that Manheim Central may rent the 18 acres until 2020, at which time Ann and school board administrators can come to a new resolution for another 10 years.
We have been always very happy on this farm. It made us a decent living. My husband was a potato farmer, and we enjoyed farming potatoes, and we loved where we lived, and we would just like to finish our agreement.
Going forward, Ann says she's interested to see how exactly eminent domain will affect this clause in the agreement. We, of course, will stay on this story and bring you more as it develops. Reporting in Manheim, Holly Herrer, News 11.
Used to laugh and calling me. They never let poor Rudolph. Trust me, I won't quit my day job.
And it's the Salvation Army's hope he won't quit volunteering for them.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
JC was posted outside Darren Camps in Willow Street today, spreading Christmas cheer to all who walk by.
Are you listening? I know people could be going through things, but and me seeing a smile, putting a smile in those tough days around these times, for people just makes me happy.
A second-year Red Kettle volunteer, it was once JC and his family that received assistance from the Salvation Army. Perhaps it's his unmistakable positivity and cheerful spirit helping him get by.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Just kidding. I don't do this because I'm in any type of weird, situations. I've gotten people telling me that I'm under the influence of stuff, but I'm not. I do this out of the kindness of my heart. I thank you.
Captain Tim Sheehan with the Salvation Army in Lancaster says it's volunteers like JC that make their $215,000 fundraising goal achievable.
You get to meet a lot of great people and interact with people.
Thank you.
And you really have that great sense of accomplishing something by ringing a bell, saying Merry Christmas, and watching folks make donations. It really is a fun time.
With the need for assistance growing, the donations are falling slightly behind, but Tim is confident in Lancaster County.
Because of the generosity of Lancaster County and the folks here, we're able to come alongside and provide assistance so that on Christmas morning, there's something under the tree.
You've inspired me. All right, rock on.
Here's to hoping the spirit of giving is as inspirational and infectious as JC's smile. Reporting in Lancaster, Holly Herrer, News 11.